Okay, I'm about I'm about to do a playthrough of Teleblast, yeah. So uh, so um, yeah. So as you can see, I've done all of the levels, and I noticed that there's some YouTubers who get quite a lot of views from uh, I noticed there's some YouTubers who get quite a lot of views from their playthrough videos of the time lapse levels, and so I thought I'd do the same. And I thought, what way to make it even better than to have commentary and face cam in the videos so you can see my beautiful face as I complete the levels. So I'm not sure if there's a way on the map to quickly get to the first stage or not. I don't think there is, so I guess I'll have to scroll all the way down to be able to. Yeah, I think I will have to do this every time. Still, it's always nice to see every map section, I think. Makes you wonder if maybe I should have started this video when I was at level 1, doesn't this? But part of me wanted to show off. So seems like a bit of a daunting task, doesn't it? Having to go through every one of these levels in a playthrough, but it'll be fun, I reckon, and interesting to see them all again from the start. After all, with my mastery of the game's skill sets, that I needed to complete the levels, I I think it'll be interesting to play through them and see if I can maybe get 3 stars on levels that I didn't manage to originally, and it'll be interesting to see if I can finish them with even in even more decisive fashion. I guess you could say, and aren't the map sections very well designed, so nice and colourful and distinctive. I particularly like that space one that up above one time. This friend of mine was started playing the game late last year, around about October or November it was, and he quit partway through that space map section, even though he seemed to be, making fast progress through the early levels. With how he's such a serious gamer, he was elite at the Tiberian Sun, real-time strategy game along with its expansion, Firestorm. In fact, we both played it from about 2000 or 1999, and yet the first and only time I ever managed to win against him was maybe 2012 or so, like that. Other than that, he always won because he was so elite. He'd often come first on the tournament ladders each month as well. I don't want to name him though, in case he gets mad or sues me or something for, you know, because of how the law is ridiculous these days, and if you say the wrong thing, you can be sued for like millions of pounds and whatnot because of how we live under a dictatorship and whatnot. So yeah, I'll start the game now that we're down to level 1, because as you can see, this map section is probably our character's home with how she's a cute girl, and this looks like a cute cottage at a farm or something, or a garden or something without a sheep and whatnot. And I'm playing I'm playing this on my laptop because I've always been more of a laptop and computer gamer rather than a phone and mobile device user. And when I've seen my mum play this on her mobile devices, I've noticed various things on these maps move and have little animations to them. Well, it isn't like that on this version that I play. This map section, for example, when it has animation, it shows bubbles flying across. Anyway, enough preamble from me. Let's get started with the first level, which is actually a tutorial level. I find it cute how it's on this little embankment here before crossing the river. Like, this is our little home section where we learn how to play before crossing the bridge and going out into the big scary world here. Not very scary looking, but scary in the sense that bad things can happen, such as failure and feeling overwhelmed and whatnot. Anyway, I've talked for close to 8 minutes now, so guess I should play before I bore people to tears. So as you can see, this is a rather simple level where we just need to find a certain amount of these colours, and I didn't rack up as many points as I thought I would, but maybe that's still a good amount for the first level. I wonder. No, I'm still not first, but I think I'll be higher up than I was originally because I remember being quite far down originally, so at least now I managed 7th place, yeah. So let's continue, yeah. With level 2, yeah. I must remember these charts at the start to see, I probably should have looked down, in fact, in order to show you my position originally. Anyway, the colours were good to get on these simple early levels, as I haven't played in a huge amount of time. Yeah. So we should be done now, I think. And there's a much better score, isn't it? I think I'll be first on the list now. So let's just see where I am. Yeah, first. And that's where I should be too, I think. Okay, so let's see where I am on this one, on this board now. Yeah, 19. So if I can get to the top on this one too, that'll be splendid. Yeah, so we need to find more colours. And as you can see, I have a huge amount of power-ups here because I often do the spin wheel. The spin wheel challenge whenever I start the game, and you get prizes each time. Each time you get prizes. You get prizes each time you spin it. You get prizes each time you spin it, and I never used them because I'm elite, and so that's how they build up so fast. So let's get on with our objective here to rack up the points and finish the level. There we go. Wonder if I'll get to the top again. Should do, I think. I think that's enough skill to get to the top. Yes, and there I am, all the way from 19 to number 1, where I should be. I bet people will get mad if they look back on these early levels and see I'm getting first on them, even though I was originally far down. So now I'm on level 4, I think. So let's see. Yes, I'm 10th on this one. So let's see if I can get to first on this one too. And this is always a good power up to get here because it allows you to vaporize every colour, every block of that colour on the screen. And if you get 2 of these Rubik's Cube power-ups together, it clears everything on the screen. So that's always nice and spectacular and satisfying to get. So let's continue onward. For instance, when I use this now, these rockets will appear on every purple square because of how you get different results each time with the different power-ups that you merge. So that's more often than not always a big help when completing the levels. So that was level 4, I think. Knowing me, I'll end up getting mixed up and losing my progress. So once again, I'm first in my rightful place. So that was all 4, and so now we're on to level 5. I forgot to look at my place on the leaderboard. Anyway, on this level, the game gives us these 2 power-ups close together, like it wants us to use them immediately, but I'm not going to do that just yet. I'm gonna, I think I'll try and get some more reds on screen first. Yeah, now I'll do it. ignore my bad throat, please. It's a case of me being a fat, unhealthy waster. Maybe I'll start exercising again at some point in the future. Just need motivation, you see. It's obvious that these levels aren't intended for people at my skill level, isn't it? I think they'll have another huge score and probably get to rank to #1 on the list. Oh no, only second. That score will take some doing to top, won't it? Anyway, wish it'd show me progress on the map, because it could get confusing. Anyway, level 6. Oh, and I forgot to look at the leaderboard once more. Yeah. So, this is the first level where we need to get toys to the bottom of the screen, by the way. And they're such cute characters, aren't they, as well? Especially the way they move and have facial animations and whatnot. So yeah, let's continue. And now, with them both at the bottom, I can free them with one fell swoop, it seems. Wondering I'll get to #1. Yeah, that's a relief. I was thinking I might end up second once more, or even worse than that. Not that being second, or close is bad or anything. So level 7 now. And oh yeah, my mum's the top on that one. So let's see, 16. So now we've got even more toys to get to the bottom of the screen. Isn't that fun? So you might have noticed how often I try to get blocks, how often I try to get power-ups together as well. I often think that's a very smart thing to do, as it generally causes something down, like maybe my mum was preparing supper and she was asking me what I want. You see, I am a stay-at-home loser after all, though I'm not ashamed of it. My mum's still at the top. She did particularly well there, didn't she? Anyway, I'm third on this one, so hopefully I'll be able to get first on this one as well, with 4 toys to get to the bottom. Yeah, I don't mind being a stay-at-home loser. In fact, I actually think it's something to be proud of in a way, because it shows kind of solidarity and familial solidarity and love, doesn't it? Shows that my parents didn't consider me to be a burden and a loser and kick me out like they do with some other rejects in life who probably sit at home doing drugs and stealing from their family members to fund their drug addictions, and throwing things around and inviting all kinds of slappers home to have sex with them. while their parents are downstairs and whatnot, and shaking their heads in disbelief at their degenerate sons and daughters. So I'm not the only one to be a huge loser and reject, I think. Even though if you're having sex, you aren't really a reject, are you? Anyway, I probably shouldn't be talking about sex when playing this, but the conversation's got a flow where it's got a flow, hasn't it? Anyway, I've got 2 Rubik's Cubes together, and now you're going to see the spectacular effect of them mixing together to clear every block on the screen like so. And it's an instant success for me. I think it's like a toy supernova when you mix the 2 Rubik's Cubes together without a circular shockwave comes out and destroys everything on the screen. And now I'm first by a huge margin there. So, on with level 9 we go now. And, yeah. And so, this is the first level where we get beach balls, and our mission here is to get rid of every beach ball, which should be fun. So, I think rather than the big missiles, the big fat missiles that I'll get from merging these 2 together, it'll be best to get a gigantic TNT box instead by mixing the 2 TNTs like so. See, that was probably much better. It probably had a much better effect than the big fat missile that I was originally planning on trying to develop. Yeah. And so now we'll turn every blue square into rock. Oh no, we won't. We'll mix these 2 Rubik's Cubes together instead to create another supernova shockwave, as I call it. Yeah. And I think I'll be at the top again after this one. Just look at the carnage of all those TNT boxes exploding like that. Yeah, once again I win quite handily. So now we're on to level 10, where there's beach balls and red colours to get. I hope I haven't missed out any levels either. Guess if I do miss out any levels, I'll have to go back and do them in subsequent videos. Yeah. The start of this level feels a bit awkward, doesn't it, with all the beach balls in the middle and the only accessible part of the playing area being in the corners, which only just barely make contact with the middle area where the beach balls are. But life is often full of difficulties and trying situations like that, isn't it? It's being rather stingy, this level, in regards to putting lots of colours next to each other, isn't it? Not as bad as some of the most recent ones that I played, though. Didn't get the chance to mix them just then. Still should be a respectable score, I think. Once again first. So, on to level 11 now, which I'm first on already. Been going for 25 minutes now, so we'll play for another 5 minutes, or maybe I'll play until I finish level 15 and we go on to the new map section. Because that'll make it easier to remember my progress for the next time, I think. And yeah, we've got to get rid of all the beach balls and the designated colours on this level as well, it seems. But now it's just a simple matter of finding the colours. I don't try too hard to find the colours though. When I get levels like this, instead I just focus on matching power-ups together, because when you match the powerful power-ups together, more often than not enough colours will be on the screen anyway, and the power-ups will get a large amount of them, and that'll be the problem solved without even actively trying to solve it, won't it? Anyway, on to level 12 now, which I'm first on as well. 4 minutes to go. I wonder if I can finish these last 4 levels or so before the 30 minutes is up. Doesn't matter if I don't, but it'll be interesting to see regardless. Just gotta turn this off, I'll reply later. Will we be able to get 2 Rubik's Cubes together once more? Makes me feel so elite when I manage to do that lots of times. Be good if I can do it again, in fact. Yes, I'm anticipating a super huge score now. I mean, look at it already. I'm elite. 27 minutes gone by. Yes, first by a huge margin once more. And I've got a lot of friends who play as well, so that makes me proud. 19 have completed this level, including me, and I think in total I've got 21 friends who play. Yeah, so let's go on to level 13. Unlucky for some. By the way, Mally, he used to live in a street next to mine back when I used to live in Liverpool, when I was from 1 to 10 years old, or should I say from 0 to 10 years old. Anyway, let's see if I can knock him off and get to first here. So we've got to get the toys to the bottom again, but as you can see, the beach balls are impeding our progress, and whenever something impedes our progress in video games, what do? We destroy them, of course. You don't negotiate with them, you destroy them. So let's see if this will finish the level for me already, and if not, it allows me to, it makes some hefty progress for me at the least. And those rockets always seem to aim the way you don't want them to, don't they? In a way which ruins your plans, so to speak. Wonder if I'll beat a score. Don't know, it's looking kind of close. Oh, so close. Anyway, let's continue to level 14, yeah, which I'm first on. And we've passed the 30-minute mark, but I'm gonna play these last two on the map section anyway, because we've quickly finished this one, as you can see, and I should get an unreal score now. That took a while, didn't it? It was like pulling teeth, but we got there eventually, as Bob Mills once said. So let's go on to level 15 now, and then we'll have finished this map section and we'll be going to the beach, and I'm third on this one, so let's see if I can get first. 31 minutes. Hopefully it won't be too long, because I was rather dismayed with the length of my Half-Life video, with the size of my Half-Life video this morning, in the early hours of the morning. It was 1.60 something gigabytes, which almost made my jaw hit the floor. It took a long time to upload to YouTube as well, so I don't really often want to be uploading videos that size, but I think people upload huge videos quite often that are bigger than that anyway. Some people even recommend making videos in the highest quality possible, because of how YouTube supposedly compresses videos automatically when they're uploaded anyway, with their high-tech editing software that most of us probably don't have, and with them being a super rich corporation and all. Anyway, that's the last level of this map section done with, and I got huge scores. all across the board, and so I'll stop here, and next time we'll be on to at the beach, and so I'll stop the video. I'll stop the video here. Bye everyone, and I'll see you next time.